Hello everyone. I hope you are doing great. So I thought of basically recording this video, which we can call it as episode 0, where we will talk about the setup, right? Which we need before we actually start learning core data services or Fury elements and all, right? So people who have access to their own servers and all, which is very good. But for those of you who do not have access to the server, I thought of documenting it and showing you this option. So basically what we are trying to do is, as soon as you register for Google Cloud, it gives you $300 free credit. Okay, and by $300 what I mean is that you will basically have already a $300 credited into your account, and we will use these $300 to host our ABAP development system. And plus the most important thing I am going to mention here is that be careful about your usage. As soon as you are done with your practice, learning and everything, shut down your VM, shut down your instance. Okay, and this free tier basically allow us 8 cores of virtual CPU, and we will need only 6. So we are well within the limit, and if you are shutting down, starting the system as and when needed, trust me, it is more than, these $300 are more than enough to run your own SAP ABAP trial system for the whole year. I've been doing the same. Now my credits are expired, but I wanted to demonstrate to you how do we set up this thing. Okay, so first you need to do is basically go ahead and register on Google Cloud, which is first thing. So since I have already registered and logged in, that's a standard Gmail process, but you will need to provide your credit card, right? They will not charge you until you manually choose to upgrade. So don't worry, if you have consumed those $300, they will not directly bill you. They will ask you for confirmation or upgrade. Okay, so let's assume you have basically created an account on Google Cloud Console, Google Cloud, and you go to its console. Okay, so how does the console look like? This is how console look like. Okay, let me, maybe I'll need to create a project. I'll talk about it. So basically this is nothing but it contains, Google Cloud is this place where it contains everything. So it contains your virtual instances which you will be running, virtual machines. It contains your Kubernetes engine, the different cloud functions like we have in our own SAP Cloud Platform. Okay, so let's assume you have registered for Google Cloud, and now what we will do is we'll use two things. One is we will use SAP Cloud Appliance Library. Okay, and this library provide us with the free development system. Okay, if you go to cal.sap.com and use your SAP community login, it will allow you to log in. And then I will say filter on available and search for ABAP. So I see there is one as AS ABAP 751 ASP02 on ASE. By dev it means you can use it for as long as you want, right? Trials have certain limitations. We will be using only the dev system. So this one is not based on HANA. We also have one based on HANA, right? And now so we will not be using this HANA one because it uses lot of CPUs and all. If you look at this, it needs around 32 cores, and our free 34 cores, and our free version allow only 8 cores. So we will not use this. What we will do is we'll use this one, SAP NetWeaver AS ABAP 751 SP02 on ASC, and all we need in it is 4 cores this, 2 cores this, which is 6 cores. We are allowed how many? 8 cores. Okay, and plus it has everything. It has Fury Launchpad, Cloud Connector. You don't need a HANA based system to create CDS. Okay, so if your system is based on HANA, it adds certain functionality which is very good, but for creating your CDS you don't need a HANA based system. So even we can use this system to create our learn, create about core data services, what are those core data services, as well as develop our Fiori Elements app and everything. Okay, so make sure you are using this one. Okay, so now let me again summarize. What we will do is we will use Cloud Appliance Library of SAP, which is at cal.sap.com. We will use this instance, which is SAP NetWeaver AS ABAP 751 SP02 on ASC. We will host this system on Google Cloud. Okay, and then you will be able to access it via SAP logon. Okay, makes sense. And you will also be able to access it via Eclipse. We will set up the Eclipse also. Okay, so let's maybe first we'll start with our Google Cloud setup. What we need to do, right? Once that is done, then we will set up our Cloud Appliance Library. Once that is done, then we will set up our license and then Eclipse, and then we are ready. Okay, so the first process is, as soon as you log into a Cloud Console after registering, is create a project. Okay, so let me call this project as ABAP, or maybe CDS ABAP, right? And I say create. Why create? Okay, hold on, it's creating. This was a previous message. So once it is created, we will just say view, and you see this, our project is already chosen, right? Okay, next is what we'll do is we will need to configure this, right? Because this cal library or appliance library will be interacting with our Google Cloud, right? How it will interact is via service account and APIs. So what we need to do is we need to create a service account in Google Cloud, using which cal library will be able to access the system, right? So what I will do is we will first create a service account. How do we create it? You click here on the Scrum board and go to IAmAdmin, and you see here service accounts. Okay, so once we are there, you need to click here, and you need to just add the name. So I'll say CDS ABAP, right? If you want, you can add your description also. Then you say create, right? Now this account is created, but we need to give it some roles, so that once Cloud Appliance Library access it via API, then it should be able to create an instance of that ABAP trial system, right? That ABAP development system. So first role which you need to provide is compute instance admin v1, this one. Click here to add another role, which is we want it to be network admin also, network admin, and we want it to be security admin also. So it's like you have RFC user which you create, which has all the control as well over the network security. So those kind of account we are creating right now. So once your account is created, right, then you need to go here, right, and you need to generate the keys. Okay, so how do you generate the keys? You need to click here, you say create key, and you need to choose JSON one. So this will be saved. Make a note of this where it is saved. Okay, and now we have an account which Cal Appliance Library will use to create an instance on our Google Cloud. But how it will access it? Via APIs, right? Cal Appliance Library will call the API. So we go to APIs, dashboard, and what you need to do is you need to first click on enable API and services, and we need to enable Cloud Resource Manager, because they will be Resource Manager, RUSRC Resource Manager, because it will be creating those resources, virtual machines. So you say enable, right, and then once this is enabled, then I will enable another one, which is This is to access the resources. Resources are nothing, those virtual machines, Kubernetes and all. Then we will enable another one, which is compute engine. Okay, so I just go back. We will enable another API, which is compute engine API, so that it is also able to create those virtual instances. So I have compute engine API, and I say enable this also. Let it run, or let it create those. We'll see those messages coming here if everything is done. So basically now we have our Google Cloud setup done. Okay, so we have the, let me go back, go to API services, dashboard, and library, and let me check again whether compute engine is done or not, because we need both of them to be enabled. I think this is already enabled. No, why? Let it get enabled. We wait here, and once this is done, then you need to go to cal.sap.com, go to solutions, search for SAP NetWeaver AS ABAP 751 SP02 on ASC. This is getting enabled. Let it run, and then you need to click on create instance. Okay, and you need to choose your, which is a cloud provider. I say Google Cloud Platform, right? And then you see this is a JSON which has the detail of all your what do we call it as, it has the detail of your service account and all those keys are there. So what I will do is I will maybe basically just say browse, and I go to downloads, and I use this, and I say I upload file. Let it do, and I hope till by the time this compute engine API is done. Compute engine has not been used in before, or it is disabled. Okay, let it get enabled. So we just wait. Why it is not being enabled? Let's see. I go to API services, dashboard. Why is compute engine not getting enabled? This I enabled, right? Okay, let me check which was the first one. Which one was cloud resource manager API? This one is already enabled. Very good. And second is, I hope by time now, compute engine API is also enabled. Yes, very good. So let's try again, and I use this, and I say upload file. I hope it works now. Yes, see, it works, right? Now you need to name that instance. I say CDS ABAP, right? You can provide this description also. John is based on, because I'm based out of India, so I'll choose Asia East 2. Maybe I can choose any, but let me choose this, right? And and whatever password you will set here, right, it will be used to log in. So remember this, don't forget it. First 3 characters cannot be the one and same. Okay, so maybe I will then set something else. Hopefully I remember that also. So this is done, and then I need to click on create instance, right? And we say create instance. When this is suspended, you see there, it takes around 14 USD per month. So this instance, once it is suspended, it takes around 14 USD. And how many we have around how much we have 300 USD. Okay, to keep the private key for store it in the this download. Okay, close. Okay, no problem. You want to permanently not that if you don't store them, you can download. So I think we will download it. If okay, you want a password. Let's store it. I don't know if it is needed or not. Okay, no. So wait until the solution instance is prepared to be used. This will take approximately 30 minutes. So all you need to do is just wait for 30 minutes, and we'll wait for 30 minutes and see what its status is. Okay. So what we have done is we created a Google Cloud account which has $300 credit. Then I created a service account in Google Cloud which will give the access to our cloud appliance library, and then I give the service account those roles also, so that it is able to create those virtual machines which will have our SAP server running. And then we created what do? We enable the APIs, because this cloud appliance library will call those APIs of Compute Engine API and those Resource Manager API and use that service account to create that VM instance. So it will take around 30 minutes. So sit down and relax, and do not cancel, do not do anything. It will automatically change its status. So let's just wait. So after finally 30 minutes, you see its status as active, right? So finally we have our system which is now deployed on Google Cloud, and it is running SAP. So if you go to VM instances, you will see there are two which are running, right? Those two instances, which is okay. One is for server, another is for front end. And the first thing, once you log, you click on this, right, and you go inside. You need to do is you need to mark it as public static IP address. How? You say edit, and then you say click and save, right? And after this you have to let's wait 1 second. So now once our system is active, we have made this as public static IP, and now we need to edit our instances which are running on Google Cloud to open some ports. So I go to Google Cloud, I go to Linux instance, right, and then I click on this network interface, okay, and then on ingress analysis, in network analysis and ingress, I go to this firewall rule, I click here, and now we will edit it and add two more ports TCP which we want to open. One is 3125 and another is 3300, and then I press save. Okay, which is good. So now I go to, where do I go? I go to back to again Compute Engine VM instances. I choose Linux and I choose edit, and then here I say allow HTTPS traffic, and I press save. So we are set now. We should be able to connect to our instance. So let's try that. So you need to go to this SAP Cloud Appliance Library, go to instances, click on connect. You choose, let's try to connect via SAP GUI first. You click here connect, and then you say allow. It pops up, right? So the username you should use is SAP star, and the password is the one which we have set when we were setting up the system, and I say log on. So hopefully, yeah, see, now our server is there. Now the first thing is we need to do is we need a license to be added, a developer license, right? And this license I think needs to be renewed every 90 days or something. So but it is free. So what you need to do is go to support.sap.com/minisap #minisap. I will document the name also. This all links will be there in the description, and choose npl SAP NetWeaver ASC and say generate. Okay, you need to provide the detail. My name is Nabheet Madan, email address, hardware key, right? So this hardware key is available in your system. Go to its license transaction, and there you will see this hardware key, right? So we copy this and we go here, say paste, and I say agree. I will not use for any productive stuff, I'll use only for my process. So I have this certificate now generated, right? So now we will install that license here, right? So what I will do is I will first choose this license, right? And then I will basically first I will need to remove it, right? So I'll say delete license, okay, and then I say install, and we will go to, I think it was in my downloads, npl, and it is done. It is this, right? And we install the new license key. Everything is done. All I need to do is do a logout now. So now we will now log in into the 001 is our development system. Let me enter some wrong thing, right? And it will give me the pop-up. So client is 001 and username available is developer. Password is still the same, right? And you are now logged in, and you can even create something also. So if I say jet temp, I hope it will not ask me for a dev access key. I can create a report also, right? And package is last, and then we are done. So now, so far we have our ABAP system set up. We will be using this system to create keys, right? Another important thing, which I will document, is how do we connect our this Eclipse also. I'll talk in another way because this video is already too long. So what you need to do is, in case you are not using your system, right, you can click here, you can go here and say suspend, right? So that when you are not using it, it will be suspended state, and then once you want to use it again, you can start it. So the moment you suspend it, you make sure you go to this place in Google Cloud Platform. You will see these instances are also shut down. If they are not, you can do it from here, right? So this is very important. So till now we have got our system up and running. We are able to log in, we are able to create stuff. In our next video we will talk about how do we connect Eclipse. Before I disconnect, I would like to thank two people here whose blogs we have referred to get this up and running. One is of course our very own Christian Drum. If you read his blog, you will see whatever I have done is almost the same what he suggests, right? And the another one which I would like to refer is by another our distinguished community member Noboru Ota. He has also talked about S/4HANA system, hosting it in your on premises. This is not free, but at least our other one is free. So I hope you like this, right? And you have your system up and running. Make sure, I'm just mentioning it again, make sure you suspend your system if you are not using it. Make sure your instances here are in shutdown state, because your instances are also consuming some memory, and those memories also you're charged for everything, right? So make sure you are clearly monitoring everything. So in our next video we will connect the system to the Eclipse one, and we'll try to create a a small CDS view just for the heck of it, and then in our once we are ready, we'll start our course sometimes in, I think date is 13, 14, 15 August, and then we will start learning CDS and Fiori element. So till then, thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, bye bye.